So Buck was surrendered to us. He came from the track, bought unfortunately by a 14-year-old, and then retrained by said 14-year-old.
I see.
And so he's had a lot of quirks, a lot of tantrums. I call them childhood tantrums.
Yeah.
And just not safe.
Yeah. Has he hurt anybody here, or?
Yes, he has severely bit 3 volunteers.
No, none here. The ones that the ones that got bit should be here.
Yeah. Yeah, he bit one lady, left 4 puncture wounds and a severe bruise up her back. And then the other 2, he likes to nip. He likes to play with his face. And so they decided to entertain that, and they got nipped.
I see. Oh yeah, that's not good.
The overall goal, of course, is to have all our volunteers, experienced volunteers on shift, be able to halter tie him. It's a safety concern if he's going to have a blow up because of something, and it can be anything from the lawnmower going to a car to the cat crossing the road or the coyotes in the field. He does not like coyotes. Absolutely.
It's going to be really consistency that he needs. You know, a similar, a program that. He's pretty frisky over there, I see already.
Yeah. Spring is in the
Let's
air.
walk over there. Let's go over
So,
there. How do we get in there? So I'm going to give you guys this too as well. So you have a new stick and a halter and all that stuff, and some of the tools and some extra stuff for you. Kyla, how are you? Okay, let's go get Buck. The goal with these situations is always to really feel for the horse. You want to try to give him the best life he can have given his history, and you never know what you're stepping into. We'll just watch him for a sec, guys. He can see what he does. Then he's in this situation where he's got volunteers and different people handling him. So if we can get him to be as happy a horse as we can, being led in and out, maybe he's more adoptable, he can get healthy, he can get more handled. Let's go see what we're going to run into. Sometimes when you come in, if all of a sudden he's in, a fairly intense type of a mood, it's going to be best just to go, I'm going to stand here, I'll move him off of me. I'm not going to engage in his space if he's like that. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do to start with, because I don't know him at all, and I just want to demonstrate what that would look like. And the reason I like to use a stick is it's like an extension of my arm. So you can reach out and you can press on the air bubble a bit. But like Buck right now, he's eating, he's calm, he's quiet. You could probably easily walk up to him. It's not an issue, right? I'm sure that you guys come in here, he's more animated than
He has his moments. If you walk up to him now, he probably will pin his ears and give you kind of the leave me alone.
Right.
As he proves me wrong, of course. Way to go, Buck.
Of course. Yeah. No, I know that. If his impression of people is to pin his ears when he sees them, he has a first thought of, oh, this is going to suck. And that could come from anywhere in his history. But I'll let him have a sniff. Then I would approach him and touch a spot that's not as sensitive, like the neck or the shoulder. And even start with these sensitive horses, even start with the back of your hand. It's not the claw side of your hand, it's the back. And just like this. Then you can come up, give him a rub. And then what you do is you can step back and don't like just totally look away, keep an eye. Step back and you redo that first impression. You're trying to redo that over and over. Trying to say, hey, now I'll come to his other eye, come to his other side. So I'll come up here, I'll say, hey Buck, and come onto this side, because each side could be a little different. And then we'll step out. So when I step out, he kind of takes a sigh, he's like, okay. Maybe it wasn't so bad. I don't want to start a session with him already going, and then that tension leads into the rest of the session, right? Okay. And then we'll step back again. So I get another one. So even in the last minute or so, I got 4 successes. We need hundreds and hundreds of these successes. Watch him on the way out and step right out. There's 5 maybe. What you don't want to do is leave all of this open and go like this. Go, hey, Buck. Do you see the difference? Mm-hmm. So if I go like this, he has access to my face.
Right.
Right? It's also more offensive. So if I'm going, hey, like that to you, versus crossing my body, it's less offensive. He assesses it every single time. Like most of the time a horse is not going to do that after you've done it like 6 times in a row. They're not going to, but he's so sensitive, he has to give permission there. See him open up, he's like, okay, you can touch my neck. But if I go quicker than that, Buck is saying, I haven't given you permission. So that's the horse we showed up with. I could put the halter on, away we go. So let's pretend we come in here and he's up and he's been playing with that other horse. and you're going to say, I don't want to approach him. I don't feel safe in his space like that. So then what you do is you come in and let's move him out of the way. So I'm going to use the stick and just kind of push him out of here. But if he's animated running around, you just keep pushing him away. You just say, you got to be away. It doesn't have to be vigorous or anything. It just has to push the bubble off. So now I'm going to start approaching him. And you watch, you'll feel his sensitivity bubble. So right when he acknowledges me, like right there, I'll stop. Then if he wants to come, I'll allow him because it's highly respectful. So then we'll pause here, let him have another sniff. Now I've got my right arm out, so I'm going to go down his left side, but I'm going to ask permission down that side, right there. No, and see how he's trying to block me? If I go sooner than that, he's telling me it's not okay. So I've got to open that. Now he might just leave, but there, it's right there. Now I'll change my hands and I'll see if I can come down this side, but see him blocking me again? So I'll ask there, but he doesn't want me going in. So I'll push him out. And I like to use the stick so I can reach out, you have to be further away.
There's Buck.
There's Buck. So right here, I'm going to keep him out of this area. Now, and I'll just try to get this space under control. Now watch when he feels for me. He is feely. He blocks me. I ask permission. He let me in. Maybe 4 rubs this time. And then I'll retreat. They're so sensitive. They're like us. They're beings, right? It's his space. It's his house. He wants to protect that side. That side's the side that's been haltered more. It's been led more. It's been saddled more. He has a say about that side, which I need to respect that, especially in this catching situation. Look at there. He's like, oh, you can sniff me. Come right down. So now that's like 3 in a row, pretty successful. So I'm just not going to block. I'm going to block him from going in there. You want me back in there? So here, unblock him there. In the end, the goal is to really just bring awareness and get help for places like Circle F. We could like each other. And if anything can bring light to the great work that these volunteers are doing, that's what we're here to do. So this is where you really got to think. It's not about the wristwatch. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. He's got to go out. This might be the session. This could be a session. I'm going to do more for you guys. I came all the way here. I'm going to do more. But you could easily make this a session 3 or 4 times a day. And remember, Selena, you're going to be doing this here in a minute. So lovely, hot-blooded, sensitive, smart, my kind of horse. You don't get let out of a stall for 7 months. You're going to come, that's solitary confinement. And he's a thoroughbred. Are you having a heart attack over there?
It's okay.
Oh, okay.